Connection established.
I'm Castro. I'm Castro Jasper. My third name is Sakami, though few people know that. I rarely use it. I don't know why by default. I am currently the outgoing University of Nairobi Student Association Secretary General. I have served previously at the Association of Medical Students of the University of Nairobi as the Vice Chairperson. That was in the year 2022-2023. Over and above that, I am a finalist medical student with a couple of weeks left to go. It's been quite some time at the medical school. I am a Christian. I am an advocate and a researcher. My leadership journey started at a much younger age at primary school. Most of us start as, head prefect, head captain. In my campus, my high school, I served from my second year all the way to Form 4. At Form 4, I left my high school as a board member, as representative in the board of management of the school. When I joined campus in 2017, October, initially I started as a kingmaker. I have to acknowledge that I received good mentorship from now Dr. Bundi, who held my hand and showed me the avenues of campus leadership. I started off as the vice chair of the Association of Medical Students of the University of Nairobi, where we did great things. I was working with the one now Dr. Ireri. Shortly after that, I joined the University of Nairobi Students Association as the Secretary General, where I am today. That's a brief of it. Well, I can't recount a number of what I could consider greatest achievement, but what gives me so much satisfaction is being able to impact on the lives of students that I lead. Just to mention, I have rallied students to get their welfare sorted. I have been in a system where students have been unfairly targeted in terms of examination processing, and through my effort, I managed to get justice for those students. That is something I would consider as an achievement that directly impacts on the lives of students. I have lost. In the year 2022, November, I lost an election. I lost to a good friend of mine, Mercy. I was running as an incumbent for the post of the vice chairperson for a second term. I lost by 2 votes. That was sad. Yeah. So I have lost, but I managed to get over it. And we're still very good friends and still working together. Really, I don't have any regrets. Actually, if I was to live in another lifetime, I would still do everything the same way I have done. I would still pursue the same things I have pursued. Well, there have been ups, there have been downs, but I don't regret any of my encounters or experiences in student leadership. By the heat on the seat, let me speak from my position as the Secretary General. There is a need to strike a balance between the demands or the desires of the students or your constituents and the expectations of the administration. In trying to strike this balance, sometimes we meet some very extreme challenges. I will tell you that sometime over my tenure, I have even had to go into exile so that I stay safe. A lot happens behind the screens. A lot happen behind the curtains. But all it calls for is some little wisdom to be able to maneuver so that you are not found on the wrong side of the page. So this is a conversation we could have a whole day, but sometimes the seat gets so hot that you need some innate wisdom to be able to maneuver through it. Yeah, there are a lot of challenges, and I think my worst nightmare has been, for someone who has grown and has lived purely among medics, and I am now in a position where I am leading people who are non-medics. I am leading engineers, I am leading teachers, I am leading businessmen, and these are people I have not interacted with throughout my previous life. It was quite a bit of a challenge adjusting to their thinking process, adjusting to their operational processes. It took me quite some time, but a lot of time for me to learn how to, interact, how to deal, how to trade with people who are not in the medical field. But despite being a challenge, it was also a learning experience that I believe has rehabilitated me in a much better way. In every establishment, in every office, in every institution, there are ideological differences. I have fallen out with my previous bosses, with my current boss, but a few ideological differences that split out of the boardroom. But the most important thing is how we come out of them and how we get to discuss and find an amicable solution that works for both. So the fallout with my boss was a usual occurrence, like it will occur in any other place, but we managed to talk it out, we managed to sort it, and we are still good friends and hoping to work together in our next walk of life. UNSA has come a long way. It's been about 5-6 years since its establishment. Initially, there were perceived challenges of the transition from SONU to UNSA, but we have to acknowledge that over the last 5 years, we have seen great strides, we have seen great inclusivity. In terms of independence, yes, I have to agree that there is that global perception that UNSA is not as independent as SONU was. But in terms of inclusivity, we're living at a time where no decision is being made by any administrative body or committee without student representation. We're having students represented even at the Senate level. So to some extent, there is good inclusion that could cover for the perceived lack of independence that one may want. And maybe just to add on that, over the last quarter, we have been working towards establishing a students' parliament. And part of the questions that came up was, will this parliament be independent as a parliament should be? Bearing in mind that the University of Nairobi is a heavily regulated institution. I would say, let's leave that to future. Let's see how it will come out. But my hope and trust is that UNSA will continue to grow to a level where it gets to be fully, functionally independent. How do I say this? Well, I think sometime in November, December last year, I made a resolute decision to quit alcohol completely. It's been about 3-4 months of sobriety, though I have to confess, I have had 2-3 relapses along the way. that I'm hoping I'll be able to overcome. But it's been quite a journey. I'm having a much way better clarity of thought. My judgment and decision making is way better. I can literally feel the difference, and this has even driven me to develop different new likings, new hobbies. I've become really fond of swimming. I've gone into coding, so it's a way that I replace the previously tempting habits of drinking, maybe to cope with the pressures of school, with the pressures of responsibility, with the pressures of life. I'll update you how it turns out by the end of the year. Beyond this, I'm looking forward to great things. I can't say with certainty that I'm going to get in whichever kind of rank, but from my past, from my history, I believe this is not the end. We will meet again, maybe as the president of the Kenya Medical Association, or as the SecGen or chair of the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union, or as the director of health in Nairobi County, Kisumu County, or Siaya County, or as the minister for health, or as the president of the republic. But this is definitely not the end. We'll see you again, and we'll continue to serve my peers, to serve my colleagues, and let's grow together.